In the heart of the Caribbean lies Cuba, an island nation steeped in history, culture, and a complex tapestry of experiences far removed from the gaze of the average tourist. Today, we embark on a journey to unveil the secret life in Cuba, a narrative that weaves through the vibrant streets of Havana, the lush valleys of Vinales, and the serene beaches of Varadero, revealing a side of Cuba that remains hidden from the world. As the sun rises over the Malecon, Havana's famous seafront promenade, the city awakens to a symphony of sounds, the roar of vintage cars, the sizzle of street food, and the melodies of Sun Cubano music. Havana, a city frozen in time, tells the story of Cuba's past and present. But beyond its picturesque facade lies a reality lived by its residents, a daily life marked by ingenuity, resilience, and a profound sense of community. Cubans navigate a dual economy where two currencies circulate. The Cuban peso, CUP, used by locals for everyday transactions, and the convertible peso, QCP, egged to the dollar, catering mainly to tourists. This economic system creates a stark contrast between the tourist experience and the local reality, where access to basic goods often requires navigating informal networks and markets. In the shadows of the tourist hotspots, the real Cuba thrives. Here, in the backstreets and alleys, Cubans share stories, laughter, and the occasional lechon asado, roasted pig, with neighbors and friends. It's in these gatherings that you find the heart of Cuban culture, a deep-rooted tradition of sharing and community support that has helped the island's residents navigate decades of scarcity and political isolation. The Cuban government's strict control over the media and internet means that access to information is limited and expressing dissent can be risky. Yet Cubans have cultivated a rich underground culture where art, music, and literature flourish. Hidden away from the prying eyes of the state, artists and musicians create works that critique societal norms, celebrate Cuban identity, and explore the complexities of life on the island. Education and healthcare are two pillars of Cuban society that the government proudly showcases as achievements of the revolution. Education is free and compulsory, leading to a high literacy rate among Cubans. Healthcare, also free, is renowned for its emphasis on preventive medicine and the export of medical professionals worldwide. However, these systems face challenges, including resource shortages and bureaucratic inefficiencies, which often require Cubans to rely on personal connections and informal networks to access services. The rural landscape of Cuba tells another story, one of agricultural tradition and the struggle for sustainability. In the tobacco fields of Vinales, farmers continue the centuries-old practice of growing tobacco, using methods passed down through generations. These farmers embody the spirit of Cuban resilience, working the land with traditional tools and techniques in the face of modern challenges. Yet it's not all about survival. The Cuban spirit is also one of joy and celebration. Festivals like Carnival and the Fiesta del Fuego celebrate the island's African and Spanish heritage, bringing people together in a vibrant display of music, dance, and color. These celebrations are a testament to the Cuban ethos of finding joy in the face of hardship, a philosophy that permeates every aspect of life on the island. As night falls over Cuba, the island transforms. The streets of Havana come alive with the sounds of live music emanating from bars and cafes. In these spaces, the secret life of Cuba is on full display as people of all ages come together to dance, sing, and celebrate the enduring spirit of their nation. But the secret life in Cuba is not just about celebration, it's also about innovation and adaptability. The U.S. embargo, in place for over 6 decades, has forced Cubans to become masters of innovation, repurposing and repairing everything from cars to household appliances. This resolver mentality is a hallmark of Cuban ingenuity, a testament to the island's ability to adapt and thrive despite economic constraints. In recent years, Cuba has slowly opened up to the world, with the government allowing more private enterprise and Cubans gaining increased access to the internet. These changes have sparked a wave of entrepreneurship, with Cubans starting businesses that range from private restaurants, paladares, to tech startups. This burgeoning private sector is reshaping the Cuban economy, offering a glimpse into a future where the spirit of innovation drives progress. Yet, the road ahead is fraught with challenges. The delicate balance between preserving the achievements of the revolution and embracing the changes necessary for economic growth is a contentious issue on the island. As Cuba navigates this transition, the resilience and creativity of its people will undoubtedly play a critical role in shaping the nation's future. In the end, The Secret Life in Cuba is a story of contrasts, beauty and decay, joy and hardship, tradition and innovation. Beneath the vibrant facade of Cuba, with its colorful streets and the rhythmic beats of salsa that echo through the air, lies a realm seldom seen by the casual visitor. This is a story about the secret life in Cuba, a narrative that delves deep into the heart and soul of this island nation, revealing the resilience, creativity, and spirit of its people. Cuba, an island suspended in time, holds within its boundaries a life that is both complex and compelling. The country's political and economic isolation has crafted a society that thrives on ingenuity and solidarity. The Cuban people, facing decades of embargo and shortages, have developed a unique way of living, one that is rich in innovation and steeped in a culture of resolver, the art of making do with what one has. In the urban sprawl of Havana, vintage American cars from the 1950s cruise the streets not merely as relics of a bygone era, but as symbols of Cuban resourcefulness. These classic vehicles, maintained with parts improvised or repurposed from other machines, are a testament to the ingenuity required to survive on this island. But the secret life in Cuba extends beyond these mechanical marvels. The Cuban home tells its own story of resilience and creativity. In the kitchens, you'll find families crafting delicious meals from a limited palette of ingredients, a culinary tradition that has evolved under the constraints of rationing and scarcity. This scarcity has fostered a culture of sharing and community where neighbors exchange what little they have to help one another. Amidst the constraints, the Cuban spirit shines brightly in the island's arts and music scene. Music is the lifeblood of Cuba, a force that transcends the challenges of everyday life. In hidden jazz clubs and bustling street corners, musicians gather, their melodies a blend of African rhythms and Spanish guitar, telling stories of hardship, love, and liberation. Art, too, flourishes in this atmosphere of constraint, with artists turning to recycled materials and found objects to express their vision, creating vibrant pieces that reflect the island's complex history and resilient character. But the secret life in Cuba is not just about survival, it's about resistance and hope. Underground networks of independent journalists and bloggers navigate the precarious landscape of censorship to bring to light the realities of Cuban life, often at great personal risk. These voices, though often suppressed, are vital to the island's narrative, offering a glimpse into the struggles and dreams of its people. In the realm of education and healthcare, Cuba tells a story of remarkable achievement amid adversity. Despite economic sanctions, the island boasts one of the highest literacy rates in the world and a healthcare system that is renowned for its efficiency and accessibility. These successes are a source of pride for the Cuban people, embodying the potential for societal progress even under the most challenging conditions. Yet the secret life in Cuba is also marked by the longing for what lies beyond its shores. The dream of leaving the island in search of better opportunities is a common theme, woven into the fabric of Cuban society. Families are often divided by sea and circumstance, with those who leave carrying the weight of their homeland in their hearts, hoping for a day when the barriers between Cuba and the world might fall away. As the sun sets on the Malecon, Havana's famous seaside boulevard, the conversation turns to the future. There's a sense of change in the air, a feeling that the secret life in Cuba is on the cusp of transformation. The internet, though still restricted, has opened new windows to the world. sparking conversations about democracy, rights, and reform. Young Cubans in particular are at the forefront of this movement, eager to shape the destiny of their nation. The secret life in Cuba is a mosaic of contradiction and beauty, hardship and joy. It's a life that defies simple categorization, rooted in the resilience of the Cuban people and their unyielding spirit of hope. As we pull back the curtain on this hidden world, we are reminded of the power of human creativity and the indomitable will to persevere no matter the odds. In the heart of the Caribbean, Cuba remains a land of mystery and paradox, where every street, every face tells a story. These stories, rich with the themes of survival, resilience, and hope, are the essence of the secret life in Cuba, a testament to the strength and spirit of its people. As the night falls and the music plays on, Cuba continues to dance, a dance of survival and celebration, inviting the world to look beyond the surface and discover the depth of its secret life.